Hi! I'm here today to share with you the books that I bought ever since my last haul, which was quite a few months ago, so there's a couple of books that have been piling up on my shelves, despite my efforts to not buy any more books. But first off, there's Damien by Herman Hesse, and I think you can guess why I bought this. This is a stunning edition. It's so elegant, so small, and it comes with its own bookmark. There were all of his novels in this cute edition, but I picked this one especially because it's about finding your own path, your own destiny, and at least that's what it says here. Then there's this immensely cool edition of 1984 by George Orwell. This is a book that I would have eventually read anyway, and when I bumped into this edition, I knew it was time for me to get it. It's really nice. It's got black pages. The coolest thing is that at the end of the book, you get these pages where there's a list of all the other books and songs, video games, and movies that have drawn inspiration from George Orwell's 1984, so you can check them out if you want to. I also got A Handmade Tale by Margaret Atwood, and I've never read anything by this author. I really felt like I wanted to find out if her style is my cup of tea or not. Also, this is a dystopian novel. I also know that there's a cool female protagonist in this, and I know that thanks to Nicole over at Nicole's Adventures in Science Fiction. She recently did a very interesting video about all these science fiction books with cool female protagonists, strong female leads, and I definitely suggest you check it out. The next thing I've got here is something that you've probably never heard of, and it's The Summer Book by Tove Jansson. Tove Jansson is the creator of the Moomin characters. They're pretty popular in Asia, but I've got no idea how popular they are in the rest of the world, but I know they've been translated to many a language, and they're totally worth checking out. Summer Book, on the other hand, is part of this author's adult fiction, and it's basically the tale of the relationship between this young girl and her grandmother, who eventually passes away, and of the adventures they're used to have on this island that this kid went to every summer. It's supposed to be a pretty accurate depiction of what summer in Finland is like, and I'm really looking forward to reading this because I haven't been to Finland in a while and I really miss summer there. I'm probably gonna shed many a tear reading this. I'm really glad that they put here these pictures of the author and the island that she used to spend her summers on. There's lots of pictures here, which is something that I always appreciate, especially if it's not just, drawings, but it's actual photographs. They add a really nice touch. Fun fact, if Tove Jansson were alive, this year she would celebrate her 100th birthday. And that's why 2014 has been a year of commemoration of her work in Finland. And there's been lots of events and expositions, and I'm definitely gonna do a video later on in summer or at the beginning of autumn about her life and her works, because she was a genius. I also got If This Is a Man by Primo Levi, who was an Italian survivor of the Holocaust. He was captive in Auschwitz, and in 1947 he wrote this book, which is about his experience in the concentration camps. The next two books are so beautiful. I am so hyped about them. I'm ecstatic. One was a gift, and it's this beautiful edition, cloth-bound edition of The Return of the King by Tolkien. A friend of mine recently went to London, and she was so lovely. She brought me back this one as, a souvenir. I don't know. I don't think there's a better souvenir than this. Since I have this stunning work of art in my hands, I think I must read this summer. I'm diving back into Middle Earth. It's happening. Emotion. I'm so looking forward to this. There are no words, but I just want to get exams out of the way first, because I know that if I start reading this, I will ignore exams and just read this. Now on to the last book, which is definitely not the least. Let's get that out of the way. It will probably have you all sighing and going like, there she goes again, on and on about that same topic. You've guessed it. It's a Star Wars book. This is Kenobi by John Jackson Miller. I'm really holding myself back from starting this right away, but I want to save it. It's like a treat that I'm saving. This book is set on Tatooine, and it basically fills for us the gap between Obi-Wan Kenobi the Jedi at the end of the third Star Wars movie and the weirdo Ben Kenobi that we meet at the beginning of the fourth movie of Star Wars. And I'm so excited. This is gonna be heartbreaking, I'm sure of it, because as soon as I knew this book was out, I went on 8 tracks and I searched for a playlist inspired by this book. I found one and it broke my heart. Another reason why I bought this book is because I read somewhere that this is Firefly Star Wars style. And those are 2 of my favorite things in the world, so merged into one book, I'm on it. Yes, give it to me. I'm gonna read the blurb here. The blurb? I'm not sure if this is a blurb. Is this a blurb? Please let me know in the comments. The Republic has fallen. Sith Lords rule the galaxy. Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi has lost everything. Everything but hope. That is kinda cheesy, but I don't care. There is Ewan McGregor on the cover of this hardback book. And there's the 2 sons of Tatooine here. This is so beautiful. I could stare at this like, wow. Yes, I am happy. Very happy. And that's it. That's all I've bought in the last couple of months book-wise. Let me know if you've read any of those books, if you have suggestions as to which one I should read first. And yeah, have a nice day. Goodbye.